Hey guys, we just finished our Villain Pub episode and I just saw me some Thor Ragnarok, so I thought it's about time we do another HISHE review. So, you wanna talk some Thor? Let's get to it.
Thor's come back and his hammer's broke, gets thrown in the trash and his hair's cut. Show!
Alright. Thor Ragnarok. The next chapter in the cankled unicorn that answers the question, hey, where was Thor and Hulk during that whole Civil War thing? Where have they been? Well, it turns out that while Tony and Cap were battling over PlayStation versus Xbox, Thor was hanging in chains on the other side of the universe, and then it spirals into this whole giant comedy-filled sci-fi adventure about the new threat, Hela, who comes to take Asgard and destroy anyone who gets in her way. Which sounds really serious, but oddly, Ragnarok is a straight-up comedy. Taika Waititi has directed one of the funniest Marvel films to date, which is what will make you either love or hate this movie. It is packed with humor throughout, considering the story does go to some dark directions at times. But even still, the tone always stays extremely light. So if you're looking for some serious emotional depth, then you've come to the wrong place. But if you just want to sit back and have a great time in the cankles, then Ragnarok should bring you loads of enjoyment. I thought it was extremely entertaining, so I say, go check it out. It was a really fun time. So now that I've given it my endorsement, let's talk spoilers.
Spoiler warning! Spoiler warning!
I can't believe Heimdall gives up his eyesight in exchange for an ice cream sundae. I'm kidding, that would be totally stupid. Although, I feel like we barely know who Heimdall is, so he may really be that much into ice cream, you know? Anyway, spoilers ahead, people. What did I like about the movie? I already said I like the comedy. I like the new characters. I like the music. I like all the colors. What'd you think about the story? The story felt just like the original Thor movie to me in that Thor gets cast down to an unfamiliar land. He has to live without his hammer. He meets a hot girl. He has to go back to Asgard, and then he gets back to Asgard and has to fight a family member on the Rainbow Bridge. It's almost the exact same movie. The difference is this one is really funny, and Hulk is in it, and his hot girlfriend is an awesome warrior. So, it's better. But the parts that aren't the same, like all the stuff with Planet Sakaar, with Hulk and Loki, those are the parts where I think the movie shines. What'd you think of the cast? I liked all the new characters for the most part. I liked the Grandmaster, Jeff Goldblum. I like how he calls Thor Sparkles. I liked Karl Urban as Scourge, and how he's got his two M16s from Texas. I really liked Valkyrie as the lone Asgardian warrior who sort of lost faith. She's also possibly a love interest to Thor. They give you that opportunity to maybe want that, but who knows if they'll go that direction. They are totally ditching all of that Jane stuff, which I'm actually totally fine with. So bring on more Thor and Valkyrie. Am I right? Did you like the antler lady, Hela? I did and I didn't. I really like Cate Blanchett, so I thought she did a great job. I just didn't feel like she got to be the supervillain that she really deserved to be. I'm also not someone who knows anything about the Ragnarok comics timeline, so I don't know who's being shoehorned into this thing and who's being left out. So from a movie's perspective, Hela felt like a one-time villain, and I'd really like to see her be more than that. But I liked all of her action sequences, and when she's like mean, she's mean. What did you think about Loki? Who doesn't like Loki? Greasy-head, sneaky trickster Loki. He's helping his brother while at the same time he's looking like he could still be up to some old tricks. I thought it was great, and I enjoyed the few moments that he and Thor shared together in this movie.
We are not doing Get Help.
Who was your favorite? My favorite character in this movie is Korg. Taika Waititi gets to direct and also be the scene stealer with this hilarious rock character. I found myself laughing every time he's on screen. So I really hope Korg gets more screen time in the future. What about that Hulk fight, though? Okay, this is my biggest complaint I have about the movie. Not about the Hulk battle exactly, but more so with the trailers. I wish I could have watched this movie, and this is sort of my fault for watching the trailers, but I wish I could have watched this movie without having any idea that Hulk was even going to be in it. Everything about his reveal in that gladiator scene was completely lost for me, and I remember thinking, man, this build-up would be so awesome if I didn't already know that this moment was coming. I mean, I know they did that to get people in the seats, and it achieves its goal, but man, these trailers make the movie a little predictable at times. I mean, I didn't really expect either one of them to kill the other in the fight, but I still would have loved to have that initial scene be a real surprise. But I don't know how many people would have gone to this movie if they didn't know Hulk was going to be in it. So maybe that's just me. But I still absolutely love the Hulk battle. Hulk's character here is actually new as well, and I really like what they've set up with this whole duality between Hulk and Banner. That scene where Hulk sees Black Widow in the Quinjet I felt was actually very sweet. And I like that they are keeping that sun's getting real low thing a part of him. Did you like the Doctor Strange cameo? I was a little disappointed in Doctor Strange being barely any more than his own credit scene for this movie. They sort of hinted that he would be more important to this plot, but instead he's just like, allow me to help you. Straight through this doorway. Alright, thanks for coming. Bye! So, more Doctor Strange! Am I right? What else did you not like, you negative Nancy? I really enjoyed the movie. I laughed a lot and I had a lot of fun. I kind of drift back and forth with the, was this movie too focused on being funny, or do I wish it was a little more serious? The two major moments I wish had more emotion were Odin's death and Hela wiping out Asgard. These parts felt a little stiff at times, and I thought they should be crucial emotional points. But when Odin dies, there isn't much sadness, so this is probably because Thor's too busy trying to figure out why the heck nobody ever mentioned that there's this dangerous sister in the family. Instead of being sad, Thor's like, well, thanks so much for telling us this now, Father. This is news we would have liked to have known sooner. And then Odin's just like, sorry boys, good luck with your franchise. So I would have liked a little more emotion in that scene. And then as Hela begins to, remove every single character from the Thor trilogy, except for Sif and Heimdall, you'd think this should be, more shocking to see and sad. This is Thor's home and these were his friends. That and the very moment when Asgard is literally obliterated were the parts where I wished the tone allowed for a little emotion. But they pulled back and made a joke out of the entire thing. So the realistic side of me wants to be like, come on guys, your entire home just blew up right now. We don't have to make a joke of it the second it happens. But then the other side of me is just like, yeah, but I really don't care about any of that stuff because they didn't really establish any kind of meaningful bond with Asgard. So yeah, that joke is hilarious. So like I said, I drift back and forth. I still like the movie. I just kind of wanted the characters to feel a little more emotion in the tense moments. But what was the point? The story seems to deal with troubled pasts and selfish rulers. Loki is pretending to be Odin on Asgard, where he's put up a statue in his own honor. The Grand Master rules over Sakaar and says, nobody can leave this place, it's all about my amusement. Hela takes over Asgard and reveals that Asgard's origins aren't honorable either. Even Odin was a selfish ruler, and his decisions have put them in this position to begin with. The only solution in the end is revolution. They have to destroy the foundations and start over when they learn the truth. Then they move on as a new family. Because Asgard is not a place, it's a people. It's kind of a deep concept if you dive into what they're trying to say here. But beyond all that, overall, I think the point was to be... And that's not always a bad thing. Okay, those are my thoughts on Thor Ragnarok. I hope you enjoyed them, and I hope you enjoyed the movie as well. As always, let me know what you thought of the film in the comments below, because I always enjoy getting to hear what you guys took away from the movie. And don't you worry, we are starting on how Ragnarok should have ended, so that will be happening in the near future. Alright, that's all for now. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. Click that little bell to get notifications, and we'll see you next time.
Bye!